The dog stopped cold at the tree lean, tail stiff, ears up. The deputy followed, and that's when they saw him. An old man, wrist-bound, lips cracked, not a sound, not a name, just one patch on his sleeve, 101st Airborne, and what the K-9 did next made a town stop whispering and start remembering. The sun wasn't even fully up when Ranger froze like that, just past the clearing. Carla Finch, the deputy, gave his leash a little tug, but he didn't move an inch. The mist still hung low like a secret across the pine floor, and that German shepherd was breathing hard, ears up, not barking, just locked in. "Ranger," she whispered. Nothing. The dog stepped forward 2 short paces and stopped again, dead still. That's when Carla looked past him and saw it. At the base of this old, half-fallen oak, where wet leaves and pine needles clung like a blanket, there he weighs an old man, slumped forward, wrists tied behind the trunk, gray hair caked to his scalp, cheeks hollow like he hadn't eaten in days. She thought he might be dead. For a breathless moment, she stood frozen. Then his chest rose barely and his lips moved like they remembered how to speak, but forgot what to say. She dropped to her knees fast, the radio hissing on her hip. Sheriff Liv male, elderly, white, found her strain near mile marker, 12 get EMS now. Suspected hypothermia. She didn't wait for a reply. Her jacket came off, and she wrapped it around him. He didn't look at her, didn't speak, just stared out like whatever had happened back there in those woods hadn't left him yet. But as she brushed aside the collar of his flannel to check for wounds, she found it. A patch faded but unmistakable 101 SD Airborne Division. Her breath caught. This man wasn't just a victim. He was a veteran. 15 minutes later, Sheriff Ray Hammond showed up. The medics were already there, cutting zip ties, checking vitals. Still, the old man hadn't said a single word, just gripped Carla's jacket like it was the only real thing left in his world. "Any ID?" Ray asked. Carla shook her head. "No wallet, no phone. Just this." She held out the patch. Ray took it slowly, heavy in his hand. The dog still sat beside them, eyes fixed on the spot where they'd found him, like he knew it wasn't just another rescue. It was personal. By 9, the rumors had outrun the facts. That's how it always was in Pine Hollow. Someone saw the ambulance. Someone else heard the scanner. A man tied to a tree like a criminal. Some said he was just a drifter. Others swore he wore a military jacket. By the time Ray pulled back into the station, 2 local reporters were camped outside. He walked right past them. "No comment," he said. "No name yet." Inside, Carla sipped cold coffee with shaking hands. All she could think about was the man's eyes, blank, vacant, like they were stuck between 2 worlds and hadn't quite come back. He was stable, that's what the hospital said, but quiet. Didn't respond. Didn't even flinch when they moved him. "Someone put him there," Carla said later, standing in Ray's doorway. "That wasn't an accident. That was planned." Ray nodded. She was right. But what chilled him wasn't just what happened at it, was how no one seemed to recognize the man. A small town like this? People didn't just appear out of nowhere. In the kennel out back, Ranger still refused to eat. Every sound, every open door looked to the woods. "He wants to go back," Carla said. Ray looked at the dog. "Let him." It was a nurse at County General who spotted the tattoo, first a small faded inscription on his wrist. Harris, Raymond J., with a date. She called it in. An hour later, Ray stood in room 214. Raymond lay still, for humming slow, bruises down both arms like someone had dragged him across gravel. Ray sat beside the bed. "I don't know if you can hear me," he said quietly, "but I'm going to talk like you can." He pulled out a folder. "Name's Raymond Harris. Army, 101st Airborne. Retired Master Sergeant. 2 tours Vietnam. Bronze Star. Still nothing. Just the steady beep of the monitor." Ray kept talking. "We found a photo in the archives," he said, sliding a picture from a 4th of July parade across the bed. "You were on the float, standing tall. You used to be someone here. Had a home. Had respect." On the back of the clipping was an old address of farmhouse out on Lakeview Road. Ray sent Carla to check it out. The house was there, barely. Paint peeled back like old bark, porch sagging, mailbox gone. Inside was worse dust, broken frames, a snapped cane in the corner. like someone cleared out fast, or someone was pushed out. Back at the hospital, Raymond stirred. Just for a second. Whispered something. Carla leaned in. What did he say? Ray listened closely. Did Ranger find me? The next morning, Ray didn't wait. He took Ranger back out there. The dog didn't need a command. As soon as the cruiser stopped, he was gone tail high, ears back, sprinting east into the brush. Ray followed hard, lungs burning. 30 yards in, Ranger stopped. At his feet, a duffel bag, half buried in needles. Inside, a tin of stale crackers, a photo of 3 young soldiers, Raymond in the middle, smiling in a legal envelope with a single key. Ray unfolded the paper's reverse mortgage agreement. Raymond's name, and a second signature, Brady Harris. Carla confirmed it at the station. Brady was Raymond's nephew. Filed for guardianship 6 months back. Moved into that house. Sold it. Profited. That house wasn't abandoned. It was taken. Ray stared down at the photo in the back, a note in ink barely visible. We made it home. That's what matters. Ranger whined and nudged the bag. You're not just a dog, Ray said softly. You're the only one he trusted to bring him back. Back in town, Ray sat across from Brady at the gas station cafe. Brady looked polished iron shirt, new truck keys on the table. Bluetooth in his ear. Didn't know you'd be dropping by. I found your uncle. Brady blinked. Uncle Ray? Man, I didn't even know he was missing. Ray slid the mortgage paper across the table. You knew enough to sign away his house. Brady shrugged. He wasn't all there. Told me he wanted out. He also told someone to chain him to a tree. The smile dropped. Ray didn't blink. You didn't just rob a man. You robbed a soldier. You stole from this town. Brady stood, voice tense. You got proof. Not for court. But I got 100 vets who served with him and a town ready to hear the truth. Ray tapped the photo. You ever serve? Brady scoffed. Didn't see the point. He did. 2 tours. Built that house with his own hands. You left him to die in the cold. Brady leaned in. So what do you want? Ray's voice stayed level. You're going to give it all back. Quietly. Brady laughed. And if I don't? Ray nodded toward the window. Brady turned outside. A dozen motorcycles lined the curb. Men in jackets. Standing. Watching. Silent. Ray picked up the photo. If you don't, he said, I'll let them finish the conversation. By Friday, the house was Raymond's again. No lawsuit. No announcement. Just done. Brady vanished before sundown. But the town remembered. A flyer went up on the church bulletin board. Lakeview House cleanup, Saturday 8 a.m. No name, no ask. Just a quiet call. By morning, the driveway was packed. Folks brought paint, rakes, tools. Teenagers cleaned gutters. Someone from the hardware store left supplies with a note. Tell him it's from Paul. 2nd Battalion, 69. Raymond sat on the porch, frail but upright. Ranger at his feet like he never left. Katie, the nurse from day one, knelt beside him. You good with all this? He looked out. Kids painting the porch swing, neighbors scrubbing windows. I didn't think anyone remembered. They didn't, she said. But they do now. He pulled out the photo, flipped it over, scribbled something on the back. What's that? Katie asked. A note, he said. In case I forget again. She read it. Not forgotten. Just quiet. That night, the porch light stayed on it because someone forgot, but because someone came home. Raymond rocked gently in the old chair his father had built. Ranger curled nearby, no vest, no badge. Just a dog. Just peace. Katie stopped by, dropped off soup and bread. Same recipe your mama used, the note said. You're not alone anymore. Raymond chuckled, looked up at the stars. You found me when even I forgot, he told the dog. Guess that makes you the real hero. Ranger thumped his tail once, then slept. And for the first time in years, the wind sounded like home. If you believe some heroes never stop serving even in silence, share this story. And tell us what justice means to you.